Hello everybody, and welcome to another review. This is a review for Skyrim, that being Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And this game was made, jeez, well, it was released probably 3 weeks ago. It's like the first time I've ever done a review on a game that was released so recently. So you know what, I'm just going to say it was released in 2011, just in case the people are looking at it from a long, like, few months later or year later. And it's a game, it's an RPG, sandbox, open world kind of game. It's a Bethesda game. I know that's obviously not the right way to put it, but Bethesda seems to have this style. If you've ever played Fallout 3, or if you've ever played Oblivion, frickin' Morrowind, yeah, all that kind of feeling that they kind of do with games is just like this. It's almost like a simulation of an RPG Dungeons and Dragons situation. Either way, this is what that game is. Essentially, storyline-wise, you're a Dragonborn. That being, you're thrown in the world as a Dragonborn, who has the power to, well, I shouldn't say it actually, but it essentially you absorb dragon souls, and you use that to your advantage with the power of the shout. And you go through the world, and I'm not going to tell you anything more because there's so much to the game. I've played it for, geez, over 40 hours right now, and I'm still finding new quests. I've been doing a lot of side quests, so I'm actually only about halfway through the main story, but I think 40 hours is enough to give a good review of the game. And I will finish it very soon. So I'm not exactly going to give you like a thumbs up on the story yet, even though all the little stories that I have seen have been awesome and I've really enjoyed them. So I'm definitely going to give a thumbs up to those quests, all those side quests, and the main story is actually quite good. So far. Could be really bad in the future. Now, onto graphics. Now, what you can see here, just as a really big disclaimer, is that this is actually standard definition. The only way I could record this was through a standard definition. So this doesn't look as good as it does on HD, on PS3. But, yeah, let's just take it from my eyes. And the game does look amazing. It looks a lot, like, it still has a very much, like an Oblivion look. It feels like Oblivion, but with more complex textures. A lot of the characters and everything moves around very much like Oblivion, except the problem with Oblivion was the floating feet thing. I'm sure everyone remembers this. Maybe they don't, maybe it's just me. But if you ever went to third person with characters, they just kind of hover when they walked. It felt like they were gliding on ice. And they fixed that with this one, and you can play in third person and it just looks and plays pretty well compared to Oblivion. But it does still feel a lot like Oblivion. And I'm sure on PC this would look stunning. And it does still look stunning as a game. But it's very much Oblivion 2, in my opinion. Not just graphically. One cool effect, though, is this amazing thing that I'm not sure if they pioneered it in Half-Life, but I remember Half-Life Lost Coast started, you know, if you've ever played Lost Coast, I've actually got a little gameplay of it. When you move from darkness to light, the way that the screen works under your HUD looks very much as if you were, like, what would happen if you went from a light source to a dark source and how your eyes would adjust. And they've done this effect, which I actually think really sometimes a little annoying when you're in a fight, but it kind of adds a little bit more intensity to battles, which is really cool. Now, sound-wise, you know what? For a game this epic, it's pretty amazing. You do a lot of walking in a game like this, and one of the things that sometimes bothers me with some games is footsteps. Like, it's the sound that you'll hear so much in a game like this. And in this game, you don't feel that it's too repetitive, you don't feel like it gets annoying. They've blended everything quite well. Same with the recorded voices, once again. I think they've done a better job than Oblivion when it comes to recorded voices, because the recorded voices are slightly more unique. Like, going into a shop, you don't always get the same talk. Sometimes they spice it up a bit, and I don't know, I always got a feeling that it was always the same thing in Oblivion when it came to conversations. But I could be wrong once again. Yeah, so the sound-wise, I think it's really good. All the effects, the sword slashes, the death sounds, the people getting hurt, feels very unique. Feels like a really good experience, and especially the shouts are freaking amazing. The force push shout, which I forgot what the name was, is just such a cool sounding shout. Yeah, I could just listen to that every day and all the time. Anyway, I'm over that. Let's move on.
Got something for
well, moving on, there is something I'm going to discredit about the sound, and that being, I actually don't like very, very rarely the sound kind of goes on a weird programming thing. I mean, the thing about Oblivion is, Elder Scrolls game, is that there's so much going on. There's so much content. It's littered with bugs, and audio-wise, every now and again these bugs come through. Like you'll hear, like if you try to take out all your stuff out of a chest, you can just tell that it's the same sound looped, and it just like crackles, and yeah, it's just not a nice sound. But you know, these are minor things for a game that is quite phenomenal. Okay, gameplay. This gameplay has greatly improved upon Oblivion in my fancy. Not that we should be directly comparing them, but this is, you know, essentially a sequel to Oblivion. Well, a sequel, the next level up from Morrowind, Oblivion, and now Skyrim. But the gameplay has definitely improved. The swordplay is a lot more fun. It's a lot more, I don't know, there's a lot of really cool moments. The slow down moments as well, or the moments where it goes third person, you can see the particular like action sequences play out. Those are really cool, and overall it's just a lot of fun to play. If you've ever played an Elder Scroll game, you're not going to be disappointed. I mean, it is still a bit hacked. You'll see some enemies, like, you know, you can get them in a weird corner and just keep shooting them with arrows or something, you know, like, or I've killed, like, bandit bosses purely by staying in cover and just shooting at a distance. I mean, they were really difficult, that's why I did so, but you don't want to have to do that. Oh my god, this is getting long. Gotta wrap it up. Okay, wrapping it up. Okay, so, overall, love this game. You know what? I have all these little minor problems with it, but I'm going to be playing this for another 100 hours. Like, this game has got so much content, and for the amount of content it has, it does feel great, plays great, and there is something that's amazingly addictive about continuing with this game. I highly recommend it, but it's not for everyone. You have to kind of really enjoy side quests. You have to enjoy going out of a limb and just going in a direction for no reason whatsoever other than to explore. If you don't have that sense of exploration, you might not be satisfied, because the main storyline will probably only take, you know, 15 to 16 hours. So yeah, overall though, really good. Highly recommend it. Grab it in stores. Thanks very much for watching, and if you want to have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I can try my best to answer them, or if you want me to review anything else, just let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.